All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Juice with the Force. Now it's Juice in with the good vibes, y'all. It's your healthy habits and lifestyle coach, Jovonnie, y'all. I am on day 6 of a reset, y'all. I thought I had to do everything right, but my body was not responding. If you've ever felt like that, where you know what you're doing isn't doing what you need it to be doing, and you need to reset, give yourself the permission to go ahead and reset. Give yourself the permission to go ahead and reset. If you know your body responds differently when it comes to different foods that you're eating, different ways that you're moving, go ahead and give yourself permission to go ahead and do what you need to do. So, yeah, I have been on a raw plant-based detox type of vibe, but really just feasting on the things that I know my body has appreciated before in the past. All right, in the past. So if you are new here, my name is Jovonnie. I have a health background, but it wasn't until I had my own personal experience with stage 4 endometriosis, adenomyosis, polycystic ovarian syndrome that I realized how I was living wasn't healthy at all. Yeah, it wasn't healthy at all. And so I said, I need to get back on it because I have been in a push through pattern. Let me know in the comments if you've ever felt like you've just been eating just to be eating, drinking just to be eating out of comfort, convenience, just in a habit of flowing and going. What's up, y'all? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? I see why. We are getting in some pineapple cucumber juice first. Some pineapple cucumber juice first. And then we're going to roll into an orange juice. And it will have oranges in it. I don't know what it's going to be like, but I'll try to keep my juice ingredients simple. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to be placing some carrots, sweet potatoes, onions, sweet potatoes, carrots, oranges. Look at that. Look at that. Already ready to eat something else besides juice. All right. Already ready to eat something else besides juice. I start my 2-day juice vibes tomorrow. So Sunday and Monday are going to be juice and smoothie feasting vibes. Today, yesterday, and the day before were fruit feasting. And so I've been really enjoying it. Let me know in the comments if you want to know what those meals look like. What those meals look like. And I got you. So let me know if you want to know what those meals look like. And I got you in the comments. Raw plant-based. The first 3 days of the detox, I did some carrots, and I created a dip out of some soaked cashews. And so that was really good. I soaked some cashews. I think I actually have a jar in the refrigerator, but I soaked some cashews in some different seasonings, cocoa aminos, and I let them soak overnight in that water. Then I drain it out, and then I blend them up with some spring water, some more cocoa aminos, all the seasonings, some nutritional yeast, and I either some dates or some honeys just to kind of sweeten it up because I'm more of a sweet sauce type of person. Y'all make sure y'all tap the screen on the TT for me. Share the live out if you want somebody to share some good juice vibes with you. If you ever want to do a juice reset, get in more fruit and vegetable juices, make sure you share it with somebody you love and care about that might be struggling with pelvic pain, fatigue, inflammation, just not feeling like themselves, or they just want to make a healthier swap or have an alternative to the drinks that they typically consume, like sodas, high sugary drinks, Kool-Aid, sweet tea. And so definitely share the live out to the people you want to vibe with you. Pineapple cucumber is definitely interesting, but it's a good combo. It's going to help yield. When I batch juice prep, I like to make sure I'm yielding some fruits or vegetables that will give me a good bit of juice. All right. I really want a good bit of juice. I don't like to be having to buy a whole bunch of ingredients and not be able to yield a good amount of juice. Want to make the juice in work. A lot of times people say it just costs too much to get all that juice. You need to put so much fruits and vegetables in it to even get what you need. And it is true if you don't choose the right ingredients. And so I started juicing 3 years ago, January, end of January 2023, me and my mom. And after that, I was like, I am in love with the juice. My body responds absolutely amazing to the juice. My periods became regular. I was someone who struggled with irregular periods, pelvic pain, painful bowel movements, and I've seen major decrease in that. And now my cycles come regularly. But pineapple, cucumber, I put a lime in there. I also do some ginger. I'm just trying to really, at this point, y'all, empty out the fridge and give me some things that I can buy with. Some of the things I purchased earlier this week. Some of the things, I don't know when I purchased it. So I'm going to make sure that I'm utilizing the produce. Drop weight produce in the comments if you've ever bought fruit, vegetables, and then you never got around to actually using it and then had to throw it away. And you was like, this is not it. I'm not doing this no more. Ginger, really good ingredient for anti-inflammatory benefits and properties. So this is what we have so far, y'all. And this is just cucumber. The lime, and now some ginger is coming through. Next up is the pineapple. The pineapple. And I didn't even count that, but I think we did, I feel like we did 9 cucumbers potentially, 9 cucumbers. And go with what's convenient. You can definitely get you pineapple and cut it up. Y'all see me do that several times, but if you're new here, I typically cut my pineapple, get a whole pineapple and cut it. But because I'm having fruit feasting days and now I'm moving into juicing, I went with one that's already cut up. Keep it simple for you while you break out of a pattern. All right, if you're out of convenience, continue to make the fruits, the vegetables in something that's best convenient for you. That's just a tip. Like, don't make it stressful when you're trying to do something better with your body, because how you're living is either fueling the inflammation or allowing you to help yourself actually heal. And so if you're stressed about choosing something differently when it comes to eating, when you're stressed about how you're moving, if you're stressed about different things happening in your life, stress is what's really at the root of most of the things that we are doing when it comes to the patterns of how we're planning and choosing to live. So if you're already highly stressed out, eating better, moving, it may help a little bit. But if you don't get to the root cause and really understand the patterns and the identity of who you really are in those moments that are keeping you stuck, then you really won't help yourself the best way possible. All right. So, and I always remember it's about progress, not perfection, not about being perfect. Even with me, like even on the reset, if I eat something that's not fruit or vegetable, I'm not gonna say, oh well, I'm ending it. That's it. I wasn't perfect. I ate something off of it. No, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going because I want the benefits. I want the anti-inflammatory benefits from the fruits, the vegetables, for me choosing to be doing something differently than what I have been doing. So I've been on it when it came to like slushies. I've been on a huge slushy flow. Even though when I go get the slushy, it's the natural lemonade with strawberry and mango. That's my favorite slush. Y'all, in the comments, tell me what your favorite slushy is. In the comments, let me know what your favorite slushy is. All right. If you're just now tuning in and tapping in, I'm making my first juice. All right, my first juice tomorrow. I start a 2-day juice feast. I will be doing juicing and also getting in some smoothies. So I have some mangoes, some strawberries. So I'll be blending those up as well, and probably adding some dates. I'm somebody who grew up in the South, from South Carolina, and absolutely loved Kool-Aid. And when I say Kool-Aid, I'm talking all about the aid in the Kool-Aid. I love sugary drinks. And so making sure I find the right fruits to pair into my juices to make sure they are palatable for me, so I actually enjoy them, and then it's a really good experience. I like to make sure they're so for my smoothies, I'll be adding dates for that sweetness. Sometimes I'll add honey, a little bit away from the agave, but I'll do some honey. I'm somebody who has some issues with allergies, and so they say that raw, local, organic honey is a vibe, and so sometimes I sweeten things up with honey. But if not honey, I like to go with the dates. All right, I like to go with the dates. So we are about done with the dish, y'all. Don't know how much time that we do. Ooh, we at 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And we're almost done with the first juice. Not quite sure how much it will yield, but I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. Let me know if y'all like juice. Let me know if juice is a vibe or you like to purchase your juice. Let me know. Let me know what's your favorite juice combination. How much ginger and do you use it in all of your recipes? I do my best to use ginger in all of my recipes. I gotta make sure I have it on deck, but I do my best. I love adding lime and ginger to every single one of my juice recipes because of the nutritional benefits. Yes, I have a background in functional nutrition. My bachelor's degree is in health promotion. I did have a nutrition class, but of course, a lot of things did not resonate with me in regard to truly living this lifestyle until I was forced to live this lifestyle. And so it took a 4-hour long surgery after I was driving and I had debilitating pelvic pain that I almost slightly lost control of my vehicle that sent me to the ER. And I started with a ruptured cyst on my right ovary. That ruptured cyst started the journey towards stage 4 endometriosis, adenomyosis, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and they found 2 small fibroids at the time of my surgery. And I got out of that surgery and realized how I was living was not helping me; it was actually hurting me. And there were a lot of different patterns I was stuck in, behaviors I was stuck in that kept me in that state of fight or flight mode. And so I needed to start changing my life. That's what I did. So functional nutritional benefits, I don't expect everybody to know what they are. So if you check the show notes, if you go to 4vibrations .me, you'll be able to see me, see where you can link into all of my platforms. But also, if you are tuned in on YT right now or Facebook, you can check the show notes. In the show notes, there is a plant-based alternative guide, and in that guide, I actually go through the nutritional benefits of fruits, vegetables, different grains, and so you can really see the nutritional benefits that you're getting from choosing those options. Sometimes it's really just about a healthy swap when you're trying to break out of a pattern or a cycle of always consuming a certain type of plate, palette, or choice. So switching it out, swapping it out, trying something different to get more nutrients out of it to help your body, I think is the best way to go versus trying to just change everything about how you eat. And so that's really important. So if you want to get that plant-based alternative guide, check the show notes. And there it also comes with smoothie recipes, meal recipes, options. And so it can give you some ideas to help you get out of that consistent pattern of eating on the go, being convenient, or really just not knowing and understanding the nutritional benefits you have. Definitely check that out. So yeah, we are just about done. Our green juice. You can see it. Also, speaking of green, y'all, this mental health awareness month. Mental health awareness month. Please make sure that you're doing everything you can to take care of you. I won't say just self-care, but do something different that you know your future self will be proud of. And so for me, this is day 2. I'm really excited about getting in these juices and turning up on the good vibes because I know my body has really appreciated it in the past when I consistently juice or had a juice every single day or frequently throughout the week. My energy levels were high. My bloating was definitely down. Uh, just felt better. And I felt like I was really showing up for myself. And sometimes that's all it takes is choosing something to drink, something to eat, or do nothing, or please, or get you some rest, or tell yourself you are enough, or just say, I love you. All right. So it's Mental Health Awareness Month. So continue to think of ways that how you can show up for you and take care of you. All right, y'all. So we got one juice down. Let's go ahead and start getting our turn up on into the jars. But before y'all already know how I do, tell me in the comments how many jars do you think we just made? How many jars do you think we just made? How many jars do you think we just made? Put it in the comments. Let me know. Let me know. Put it in the comments. Let me know how many juice jars do you think we just made? Are we inflamed during our menstrual cycle? Or should we use ginger during that time? I think using ginger, if you like ginger, anytime, every time, whether it's in your juice, your smoothie, your foods, use the seasoning part. I think all of ginger's benefits are really good in so many different ways. So anytime you can be inflamed during your menstrual cycle, your luteal phase, your follicle phase, all the different phases your body is going in. So if you are okay with seasoning, use it as that spice or put it in your juice smoothies. It'll help with any form of inflammation in your body. Progress over perfection all day, every day. Because you just showing up to love you all day, every day. All right. It's all in your choices. It's all in your choices. All in your choices. Progress over perfection. Kool-Aid. Have you ever made a juice that was similar to Kool-Aid? I never made one that was similar to Kool-Aid, but I've had one that's similar to Kool-Aid. And it had carrots, apples, beets, and ginger. I feel like within that, that was a good mix. That was like Kool-Aid type vibe. And I got it from a recipe Oak Cliff in the Oak Cliff part of Dallas. So I think that's good. I like juicing in. It's a meal replacement for me. It's a great way to start my day. I won't say it's a whole meal, but it's a great way to start my day, and it's a great way for me to be hydrated. That's what I love about juicing. A great way to break my fast, a great way to get in my hydration, a great way to get in nutritional benefits, starting the day in the big day, and just a good drink for me to consume because I used to struggle a lot with hydration. And so this is definitely hydrating and beneficial. And so it's a really good vibe for me. So don't use it as a meal replacement, but I definitely love consuming. What are some things your health background taught you that people without the background know? What you eat, how you think, how you move play a huge part of your vitality. The way that you show up, your roles, your identity, your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, they are at the root of a lot of the behaviors that you choose to make every single day. So how you're living really impacts your life, your health, and your healing. And so I believe that those are the things that my health background and health education and health administration never really taught me. And it goes really deep. And a lot of times it's what's in your own power, the things that you're already doing in your life that you can change that will have a huge benefit on your vitality, your health span. It's about your health span, not your lifespan. So I feel like I was never taught that. And it's something that you really have to start living to see what aligns for you. You see a lot of people documenting their journey, showing you what they're doing, what's worked for them, but you got to figure out what works for your body. And it's not all in just what you're eating and how you're moving. It's a lot of it how you, who you are, what you believe, how you navigate through life, make choices, make decisions, and it really just becomes into the roles in your identity. But you see first in your behavior. So they teach you about knowledge and behavior, attitudes, but it really gets into who you are as a person, how you've been programmed, what events in your life has impacted or influenced how you show up in life, how you love yourself, how you care for yourself, boundaries, no boundaries, all of those things. I feel like I was taught, but I have been able to learn my own personal experiences. Even when it comes to stress, how important managing unprocessed stress, holding emotions and feelings, because I wasn't always someone that just had hard conversations and was able to truly get out of toxic situations because I was also a people pleaser. So a lot of these things I had to learn through my own healing journey, and I did not learn through my bachelor's degree or my master's degree. That was a really good question. You said 5 jars. It was 4 jars. 4 jars. 4 jars, and almost not a whole four. But great guess. Thank you. Yep, ended up being four, almost 4.5, a little over a half. Jars. So thank you for guessing with me. Now it's time to get into the next juice, y'all. And this one, again, I tell you, I don't like to do too many ingredients, but I'm just emptying out all the fruit and produce that I brought in at the beginning of the week because I'm on a 14-day reset. All right. I just had to do it because I was living in a constant pattern of eating on the go, eating out of comfort, and not really truly planning and preparing my meals. And so I have some fruits and some vegetables that I bought that I haven't got into yet. And so I'm juicing it because I'm about to start a 2-day juice feed starting tomorrow. I'm not telling you to go do this. If you're feeling the same way I'm feeling, check your own healthcare professional, see what aligns best for you. I'm just telling you what I'm doing and how I'm resetting, but it's not just in the juice, it's in my thoughts, my feelings, my beliefs. I'm tapping into a lot of motivational speaking, some sermons, and so I'm really doing a lot of things differently. Yes, it's your health span, not just your lifespan. That is what it's all about. All right, I'm gonna put these tops on, and then we're moving into the juice. And I'm really excited. I got some new juice jar tops. It was a 20 pack, and so they go with both sides of juice jars I have. So I'm really excited about that. Because I bought some jars last summer. When I was back home in South Carolina, and I used some watermelon, and I got a different size jar that was available there. I didn't have tops for them. So over time, I don't know if like just say lost. I don't know if y'all have the same issue, but sometimes I feel like my stuff gets lost. Tops get lost, jars get lost, spoons, knives, forks, things just disappearing. You don't know what's happening, what's going on. So I just don't know about that part, guys. I'm about to get into juice number 2. It has about 4 ingredients in it. It's going to be my orange juice. All right, my orange juice. I like to have variety. I love to have variety. Start off with some carrots. And again, y'all, I used to tell y'all all about the nutritional benefits of every single ingredient that I'm using and why I'm using it. So I want you to go get the plant-based alternative guide because it'll show you all the different benefits. All right. So the fruits, the vegetables, what you're actually getting out of each one of them. So you can make your choices. Maybe you don't like carrots. Maybe you want to try something else. Put something else inside of your juices. Remember, this is your journey. It's your healing. It's your journey. Get it in the way you see fit. All right. Maybe you're somebody who likes celery. My mama loves celery. So her green juices are celery, pineapple, spinach. She's not hooked on the sweet like I am. So she can do more of a bitter juice. I'm more of a sweet juice person. Leave it, Spencer. Just lost a carrot. Spencer loves carrots. So we're getting on the second juice. Again, y'all, if you aren't following, make sure you follow on TT. Make sure you tap your screen. Show some love. Show some love, not just for me, but for you too, because it's Mental Health Awareness Month. Show some love. All right, share the love out of people who like to juice, or you want them to be juicing with you. All right, juicing with you. Juicing with you. Changing out, swapping out their juice. Get to it. So we're starting off with the carrots. I'm gonna go carrots first. And then Spencer has found the carrot. I told him to leave it. He did not. He found those carrots that went off. Went off. Spencer's eating that. Spencer is new to y'all. Spencer is my emotional support animal. He's my golden doodle. He is not on a whole foods diet. He is someone that has a sensitive stomach as well. And so really, this is a reminder to any and everybody out there, do what aligns best for your body. All right? Figure out what it is that aligns best with your body. I was talking to somebody. I don't know if it was on Beyond the Flow Live, y'all. Every Monday, I go live with Destiny Marie, when Black Women Feel Pain Too. And it's just something about when you know that you do things differently, how your body responded, and it's as if it breaks a little bit more out of survival mode, and it's like, hey, I like this. Do a little bit more of this for me. And so when you know what works for you, try to get back to it. If you ever find your way moving away from it, find a way to get back to it. If it's something that you already know your body enjoys, just get back in a rhythm, y'all. The healing journey is more of a rhythm than it is a set, structured pace that you must run to finish the race strong. So I just wanted you to know that. In the event that you didn't know, let me remind you. Yeah, I think this is about 5 pounds. I did a bag of carrots from Sam's. I think this is a 5 bag. 5 bag. 5 bags, a 5 pound, not 5 bags, 5 pound bag of carrots. All right, 5 pound bag of carrots. If you like with carrots, type carrots in the comments for me. Let me know you down with carrots. If you're down with carrots, let me tell y'all a quick story about one of my clients. All right, my clients struggled with debilitating pelvic pain, heavy periods. Used to have to double stack her pad every single month. Flow just out of the norm since she was young, since she started her period. Okay, she had already gone vegetarian. You know, she wasn't feeling the meats, all of those things, but she still could not get her weight where she wanted, her energy where she wanted, and the pain would still be there. Not just on her menstrual cycle, but anytime, anywhere, and she would push through and make things happen because she's just resilient with like that. And she had then became to normalize her pain because that's all she knew was the pain that she was feeling every single day and the heavy periods and flows every single month because that's how her life went. Y'all, let me tell y'all about her. We started working together. We started identifying what the biggest shift with her was dairy. Her relationship with dairy was something that was hard for her to break, but it was as if eggs, cheese, things like that was in every milk. All of those things were a part of every single meal she had. And so we replaced those options. We came up with different juice and smoothie recipes for her. She got into walking. She already loved walking. She got back into that rhythm of moving her body, getting into a really good flow with getting in intentional steps and movement. And then we started talking about how that stress and tension would flow, her identity, some of the patterns she had going on in life. And so there's so many different levels to it. And so I never want someone to say, oh, juicing will change my life. Oh, juicing will cure me. No, it won't cure you. Yes, it has the opportunity to change your life because you're changing a lot when you're starting to fuel your body with nutrient-rich foods and you're replacing stuff that wasn't helping you and stuck keeping you stuck in a cycle. But most importantly, it gets down to your emotions, all right, your thought process, your pattern loops, your cycles that you're in. And so once we started working on those things, let me tell you what her favorite juice is now. It is pineapple carrot juice. I think it's pineapple carrot juice. It's one of her favorite juices out there. And I thought about we doing the carrots, and so it made me think about her. And so I thought that was really, really good. And so she was working with me before she even had an official diagnosis. She was later diagnosed with adenomyosis, which is where the lining of the uterus starts growing inside of the muscle wall of the uterus. And that's why that pain would never stop. That's why the tension and the fatigue would always be there because her body was overworking based on what it was doing in regards to uterus, the pain, the uterine lining growing it in her muscle, part of the uterine wall, causing those pelvic periods, heavy period flows, pelvic pain. So I want you to know that pain is not normal. All right, pain is not normal. Yes to the carrots. Glad you love the carrots. There's a lot of different combos when it comes to carrots that people can consider. And so I definitely like carrots with sweet potatoes. I like carrots with apples. You can do carrots with oranges. You can do a combination of the two. So carrots are definitely a juice vibe. A juice vibe. I'm glad there's someone else that loves the carrots. Little ginger right there. I feel like we already did a lime. Y'all let me know. I need a little bit more things, but that is it for oh, no, it's not. Got our last bit of carrots right here. And then we move on to the sweet potatoes and then apples. We got oranges. Remember, we got oranges too. Let me know if you like oranges. Comment orange. Let me know if someone who likes oranges. Comment orange. Trying to see all the comments. Your vibe, if you like oranges. I'm not a huge orange fan, but I do like cuties, tangerines, more so than just a huge orange. Choose a cutie or a tangerine over a whole orange. That would be my vibe, but I want to know. And again, y'all think about the fruits and vegetables you already like. And think about how can I get more of them in. Should I eat them whole? Should I create them in a juice recipe? Should I put them in a smoothie? I'm more of a juice person than I am a smoothie person. I just can't get the smoothie game the way I like it to. Did y'all know if I put a lime in here already or not? Anybody know if I already used the lime in this juice or not? Let me know. Let me know. Do y'all know that I already did the lime? There we go. Orange. I see. I see the oranges coming through. I see the oranges coming through. I see the oranges coming through. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get it. Here we go with the potatoes. Do y'all know we did a lime already? Anybody knows we already put a lime in? Anybody knows we already put a lime in? Potatoes, y'all. We got 1, 2. This was a bag of sweet potatoes from Sam's as well. So it's just a bag of sweet potatoes. I don't know if you've ever had it. If you've never had a sweet potato in your juice, say no. No. Let me know in the comments. Comment no if you've never had sweet potato in a juice. Comment no for it. You never had. I love sweet potatoes and apples. That is a really good combo, potatoes and apples. So I'm having and carrots. Potatoes, apples, and carrots. That's really good. So you're down with 3 ingredients. Potatoes, apples, and carrots are good. I'm going to be adding oranges because I know the oranges are going to help me yield more juice. All right, and so I like to choose wisely when it comes to my juice ingredients. I'm using the Nama J2 juicer. Has a large juice. And you are using harder fruits and vegetables when the juice is doing this thing. Sometimes it'll make it pop up in the top of the juice stop. Like a safety mechanism. That's not. So we just now joining this is juice recipe number 2. Yeah, 35 minutes. We're batch juice prepping for a 2-day for a 2-day juice cleanse. I'm also emptying out, and I don't need to miss out on some fruits and produce. Bad because I didn't consume them yet these first 6 days. So I'm overloading my. No to sweet potatoes and juice. I absolutely like it. Again, you got to choose what's best for you. All right, you got to choose what's best for you, what your vibe is. All right, what your vibe is. Show y'all how much we got pretty much from the carrots. Now, even though we're starting to get some of the pineapple sweet potatoes. I want you to see how much juice we got from the 5 pound, and what's going to really yield it is going to be the orange juice. It's going to be the orange juice. Right. Oh, there we go. Carrot. Straight carrots. And now we are going with the sweet potatoes. After the sweet potatoes, we are adding the apples. And then lastly, the orange. So I expect a huge yield, more so when it comes to the juice content from apples and from the orange. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully they all turn out really good, but I just got to give myself options. Again, I like to look at it as feasting and not fasting, so I can have as much good stuff as I like, and I can think about it in a good way than a negative way. So if you've ever been someone who struggled with, oh, I got to eat better, and you're always like, oh, I can't have this, or oh, I can't have that. It's not about what you can't have, it's what you can have that's good for you and that you already enjoy, and you're making it in a creative way that's going to be appetizing. And so I think that's a big thing that helped me with shifting my mindset and my relationship with food, realizing that food is nourishing, food is healing, but most importantly, I can have good food experiences that are nourishing for me, helps my body heal, and that I actually would want and enjoy. And so I feel like that is a big piece of thinking about when you are making different decisions when it comes to how you're eating, how you're drinking, how you're moving, how you're healing. It's really the frames and your mindset in regards to how you're framing the experience and framing the choices that you make. You get a choice to choose how that framing is consciously decided for you. And I think that's a big thing. And so don't ever let get stuck in a place where it's like, oh, I can't have that. I can't have this. I can't have that. Or so, oh, I'm getting this because this is what I'm consuming this because of these benefits. I'm consuming this because it's what's going to help my future self. I'm doing this because the more I get this in, the less my body stays in a fight or flight mode. I feel confident, happy about the decisions that I'm making in regards to my food. And so I feel like that is a really big thing. And sometimes a lot of people struggle with that because we have grown accustomed to allowing our relationship with food to be family influenced, culturally influenced, something that we didn't even realize we were programmed to even consider. And sometimes it's like, well, why do you eat this with that? I remember when I first moved to Texas, and I remember when people, I remember one of my closest friends from college, she said, you and your family always have white rice with every one of your meals. Like, y'all always have a rice with every meal. And I never realized it until she said it. And it was like, well, that's a staple in our meals. Rice is what we consume in all our meals. Like, I just don't understand a plate without having rice or rice and gravy on it. And so it made me think about it. Sometimes when you just think about, why am I going for this food, this dish, this experience? Am I feeling a certain way? Is this a trigger response to what I'm going through right now? And that's why I'm going for this desired food option or that desired food option. And so really starting to take a pause and reflect, okay, why am I choosing this drink, this meal, this snack, this vibe right now? And I think once you start being more aware of yourself, you'll start realizing a lot more about you. And when you start realizing a little bit more about you after becoming more aware and understanding and taking the time to truly reflect on what's happening, what's going on, I feel like that's where you get your power back. That's where you start really figuring out how do I heal on my terms and it be on my journey the way I would want to, and not what's fear-based, what's influenced by all these different people, or what this person might be believing I should be doing or shouldn't be doing. And I think it's really getting to know you a little bit better that will be the vibe. All right, our hope for a second. Need a little spoon. And we still have apples to go. Remember, this is number 2. Y'all never told me if we did the lime or not. Doesn't yield as much as the cucumber pineapple, not at all. And so that matters, is finding the right yielding fruits and vegetables that's still going to be great for your palate. And so, yes, it does matter. And then how many of those things? Also, how many pineapples do you use? Those things matter as well. All right, so we are good on the carrots and sweet potato. Yep, on with the next would be the orange. And again, the orange and the apples is what's really going to help us yield more juice. All right. Nowhere near as much as the cucumber. Some of the ones that I've seen that has really yielded more juice would be cucumbers, would be pineapple, apple, oranges. Those are high yielding juice ingredients that you could consider utilizing. Lime, y'all, but I'm gonna get another one. Again, lime and ginger are my 2 staples in any juice. I don't even include them as a quote unquote ingredient. So it's almost like your seasoning. So it's like my juice seasoning. When you have your salt, your pepper, your herbs, your spices, you don't really include that in your meal. You just tell people that's what you're cooking. So this is just how I'm juicing and what I put in my juice. So I already got that lime in here. We already have carrots, sweet potatoes, bag of sweet potatoes, 5-pound bag of carrots, and now we're going with apples. Now we're going with apples. My best affordable route so far with these ingredients has been Sam's to get it in bulk at a good price. Right? Organic apples. I think the carrots were 2. So if you can shop organic, definitely go with organic. I allow all of these things to soak overnight in apple cider vinegar and baking soda. And then I brush them. I use my produce brush to scrub the sweet potatoes and the carrots. And remember, this one has 4 main ingredients, and I typically try to go with just 2 or 3. And sometimes I've gone with just 1 ingredient. I love just doing watermelon by itself. I love juicing just apples by itself. I've had pineapples by itself too. But sometimes I like to really make sure that I don't just do a whole bunch of fruit, but I also give it some vegetables. So I know for a fact this is at least one bag. It's probably maybe 2 bags, and I think I got a 5-pound bag of apples, and it's the organic gala apples. All right, here we go, y'all. This is what I'm seeing over here. In regards to our juice, here's our sweet potato. Some of our sweet potato juice. I like to strain. I'm not a Coke girl. Remember, I'm not huge on the orange juice at all. Never been a fan of orange juice. I did like Tang. Y'all drop a Tang in the comments if back in the day you used to drink Tang as your orange flavored drink. Drop Tang in the comments if you know about Tang or you used to drink Tang. That used to be my thing when it came to orange. That's the closest I got to orange drink or orange juice back in the day. All right, we see how fast the apples are producing some juice. Y'all, apple lime ginger juice is about 2. When I was talking to you about identities and cycles and patterns, y'all, go to 4vibrations.me and take the spot your triggers quiz so you can identify where in your life, what pattern, what behaviors are really fueling your inflammation, your fatigue, and your pain. So go to 4vibrations.me and take the spot your triggers quiz. Absolutely free. You're just going to go find some stuff out about you. All right, find some stuff out about you. Mindful eating, that's what I'm talking about. Mindful eating, mindful movement, but most importantly, being aware of you. Someone said earlier they didn't remember seeing you add the line, but I'm glad I added the line. Thank y'all for helping me out. Thank you for helping me out. And juicing with y'all definitely helps me be more consistent. And so I might just be coming back. My favorite fruit is about to come back in season, watermelon. I like watermelon juice. I like eating watermelon. You're probably about to see me a little bit more when it comes to getting my juice prep in. So y'all help me become be more accountable because I want you to see what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. It might empower you to make some different choices, or maybe you can come tell me about a fruit and juice combination that you like, or let me know where you get your seeded grapes or seeded watermelon, or what fruit you have found out about and how it's helped you out on your healing journey. So I'm here to help, but I'm also here to learn, engage, and be in community. So y'all definitely let me know. Let me know how it goes. So I'm excited about coming back and doing this live. It's definitely been some time since I did a juice prep live. It's been some time. I told y'all, progress over perfection. You sometimes get stuck in a cycle. And I definitely got in a cycle of just eating more on convenience and just going what's on the flow, paying for things to come to me versus me just preparing and knowing what's exactly in my food, what I'm doing, what vibe I'm having, tuned into my body to see what my body needs. And so I'm back for it. Again, this is not about perfection. It's about progress. All right, progress. Still plant-based, but you can still be plant-based and not be mindful of how you're showing up for yourself and what you're doing as you continue to push through this thing called life. All right. I know about Tang, but it wasn't about for me. I used to love Tang. Tang was too thick. Cactus, pear, and pineapple. Try that one. Cactus, pear, and pineapple. I have had pear before, but I've never had cactus, pear, and pineapple. So I'm definitely down to try cactus, pear, and pineapple. And why y'all telling me about some different juices? Y'all also let me know. Let me know what's your favorite juice combo is. What's your favorite juice combo is in the comments. We got done with the apples. We got done with the apples. We're over halfway on the picture. All we have left is what? The oranges. That's it. All we got left is the oranges. So let's bring our bag of orange on over. Again, I overfilled the top. Yeah, I overfilled this large shoot. They already make it as like one of the largest on the market. So I like to overfill it. Keep me going and going. And going. How many oranges y'all think we should go with? Think we should go with just 6 oranges? Let me know. 6 oranges? How about that? Got 4 more to go. So I got 10 oranges all together. Here we go, y'all, with some more apple juice. Told y'all about this juice here when it comes to the apples. You get a lot more juice with the apples than we did what we saw with the carrots. Sweet potatoes. All right. Definitely didn't give us as much as fast as when we did the cucumbers and pineapple. What y'all think? What should we do? What should we do? How many oranges should we add? Should we go with the 6 or should we add 10? Talk that talk to me, y'all. Talk that talk with me. Go with the 6 and eat 4. Okay. Go with the 6 and eat. You know what I can do with those 4? If I make a smoothie, I can add the orange into the smoothie and blend that up too. So I'm still using it over the next 2 days. And maybe the fruit can last when I get back into my fruit days. Because after 2 days of juicing, I'm gonna get back into whole fruit. Right, whole fruit. That is good. So I will go with the 6. Look at that, y'all. Already about done, and we still got 6 oranges to go. I'm about to pull the jars out so we can just start popping it off with the orange. I'm gonna go overflow, and I don't mean with the truth. I mean in the nutrients. Overflow. Go out and still got making it swirl on. Come on through. I might stop it after this one and see if it will go through. And then go ahead and start pouring it into the jar. 6 oranges. See how the vibe is. I'm excited already. I already feel good. Do y'all eat by color? Do y'all feel better when you see like you have different color fruits, vegetables, just your plate is colorful and it makes you just more excited or makes you feel even better when you eat by color? Drop color in the comments. Let me know if you're a color person. See what I did there? You're a colored person when it comes to eating your food. All right, eating your food. Do you like the colors? Do the colors matter? Do they make an impact? For somebody who just like they eat, no matter what the color is of the food or the coloring of the plate, you're just a vibe when it comes to eating. You just eat. You just eat. Y'all, the sweet potato and the carrots help make it so smooth and creamy. That's all the sweet potato do. It adds a creamy texture to the juice. So if you're somebody who's never used sweet potato, I've done purple sweet potatoes and I've done the regular sweet potatoes that you just. All right, so I can go all the way, leave a little bit of space for the orange juice. Y'all let me know how many jars you think we're gonna get total. Let me know what you think. How many jars we're gonna get total. The last one we done. This is the last one we done. Oh, you have enough jars. Let me know in the comments how many you think we got. We gotta add juice, orange juice. We still got a little apple juice in here too. Yeah, let's see. How many more jars do we have? Another one. Yeah, that's about it. We need probably one more jar, guys. One more jar. We need one more jar. You're lacking the one more jar. Yeah, I think we should just leave it at that and not add the orange. What do you think? What do you think? Talk to me. Talk to me, guys. Should we not add the oranges and just go with what we got since we ran out of jars? I feel like this is definitely good for 2 weeks. What y'all think? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. They're asking me to. There we go. What y'all say? 4 jars. Okay, I see 4 jars. I love a colorful dish. 600. I think 4 jars. Yeah, we got 5 jars, y'all. 5 jars. Finish this one. Leave it as is. Leave it as it is. Let me see. Gotta run. Enjoy the live. Thank you. I gotta run too. I gotta run too. What y'all think? Leave out the oranges. Leave out the oranges. Talk to me, y'all. Leave out the oranges. Let's keep them going. Leave out the oranges. Let's keep it going. It was really good. It was really good. At least you see how much you can make. Yeah, this could last you a whole week. This one juice recipe can last you a whole week. What we just did can last you a whole week. You're someone who can keep about 2 inches. There's a way that you can actually put these in the freezer. Drink one a day. And you have 5 jars Monday through Friday. And be mindful of yourself on the weekend. Be a little bit more open, not as structured. Oh yeah, we got 5 jars. 5 jars. A bag of sweet potatoes, 5-pound bag of carrots, maybe 2 bags. I think you have 5 pounds. A bag of the apples, all from Sam's. Right off. Looks good. I'm excited about it. It tasted really good. I just added the apple to it later. So these oranges will probably last the next 2 days. So I'll probably be okay with not having them juice. I think they'll go I think that'll be just fine. I think it'll be just fine. So again, if you're just not tuning into the live, y'all, we just juice prep for at least 2 days. So, 2 days. Pineapple, cucumber juice, lime and ginger and both. We had about 4 of these, almost 3 and a quarter. So this one is there. All right, and it was like 9 cucumbers and 2 containers of pineapple. All right, and then we have the sweet potato, carrot, apple juice. Sweet potato, carrot, apple juice with lime and with ginger. All right, so it's Healthy Habits and Lifestyle Coach Jovonnie, host of the Empire Place, Empire Lives podcast on all podcast distribution platforms. So go tap into the podcast. It's your empowered healing spark of vibes. That's what it's all about. The Empire Place, Empire Lives podcast just gives you more ideas and options to really go out there and think about how you want to heal. It's your healing, it's your journey. Go to forwardvibrations.me, take the spot your triggers quiz. And if you want to get more into juicing and figure out your nutritional benefits of juicing and all the different ingredients that go on your plate, get the plant-based alternative. Thanks for vibing with me, y'all.